You got my baby, you know it ain't true. Hey, y'all, hold on. This why I don't go live, like, from anywhere and everywhere, because I don't play that shit. Hold on, y'all. Yes, Miss Pressing Girl don't play that shit. Hold on. Because, baby, and then lift up your skirt. But if you want some of this, you bush your ass and don't hurt. Hey, y'all. Yeah, that's about right. You see? Shout out to that. This thing being so fucking annoying. What's wrong with it? Get it together. Hey, y'all. Mm, Baby, I got your mom. Don't you worry. I say, hey, hey. Huh. You want to look pretty though in my video? Baby, you know I'ma take care of you because you know you got my baby and you say it ain't true. Hey, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, I'm ready to chop it up about nothing. You see? Yeah. Shout out to that big old motherfucking nothing. Ooh, ah, eat, baby. Let me tell y'all. See, you know, normally, okay, and I'll be right in here doing this. But I'm not gonna do that today. I said I'm just not gonna do that today, twin. Hey, what's up, Kai? Hey, y'all. Shout out to y'all for jumping in my comments. Okay. Good morning. What's the move? What's the move? What's the word? Y'all tell me something. Like the song said, tell me something good. Ah, see? So shout out to that. Child, hold on, y'all. I got me some McDonald's this morning. I was hungry as hell. Yeah, I know I gotta go live. So I didn't have time to like be making me nothing to eat and all of that. I said nope. Let me stop and grab something today. Cause y'all know once I'm live, and that's just what that is. Yeah, that's just what that is. So I promise you, ain't nobody gotta get on my head about it because listen, I started out boycotting McDonald's real strong. I mean, yeah, it was real strong, like The Rock. And ultimately I went back. You know what I'm saying? I went back. But I ain't been up in Target. So shout out to that. I ain't been up in that Target now. Now with McDonald's though, I'm still boycotting them, y'all. I am. Because let me tell you how. Shout out to that. Let me tell you how. EJ Twins 26. That's your news YouTube channel. Okay. What you talking about over there? Let me find out I need to come over there and support. Let me find out I need to come over there and support. Okay. But anyway, y'all throwing me off. Don't throw me off. For real. Don't throw me off. What was I telling y'all about? Shit, I forgot. Oh yeah, McDonald's. I'm still boycotting McDonald's, y'all. It's just oh yeah, that's how. Because like my family and I used to eat McDonald's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I don't no more. I just slowed down. We have slowed down. So shout out to that. Like if I go from going to McDonald's 5 times a month to 2, it's still a boycott. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm still giving them something they can feel. You feel me? Hold on, y'all. Plus, not to mention, like I said, I just don't spend as much as I used to. So, if I used to give me a Big Mac, while my kids get, you know what I'm saying, what they want, they little Happy Meals and stuff, I don't do that no more. Now, I just, if they want a Happy Meal, I let them get it sometimes, not all the time. And I'll grab me something else from somewhere else. So anyway, shout out to that now. Hey y'all, how's everybody feeling today? I hope y'all in a good mood. Good mood. I'm in a good mood, y'all. Way better mood than yesterday. Okay. So shout out to that. Let me tell y'all something. Yesterday, baby Miss Preston Curl was messed up about it, okay? At first I was, At first I was so goddamn sad. Oh yes, I was. Cause I don't care what nobody say, like, when your car break, baby, that be just a little, you know what I'm saying? Oh, baby, I be ready to get my Queen Latifah on. I be like, damn. I knew. You see, I be feeling like I knew I should have went to school for mechanic. Child, I be mad as hell. I don't know how to fix my own car. Oh, yes, ma'am. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed. Baby, Miss Preston Girl be going through it, okay? Yes, baby, when I go, ooh, woo, you see? Yeah, it started out rocky. Yesterday started out rocky, but like once I let reality sink, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how when you young, shout out to that. I ain't did that shit in years. That's why I said that. But you know how when you young and you throw pebbles at the water, you know what I'm saying? You know that motherfucker gonna sink. I said, once reality sank in, it's like, okay, my car is broke. I gotta figure out whatever I need to figure out. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, this ain't finna ruin me, It's not gonna ruin me. It's not gonna ruin my day. I'm gonna be okay. Then yeah, I moved on, child. Yes, I said I moved on. Like, like somebody who got out of a bad relationship. You see? I said the relationship was bad. I said the relationship just was bad. You see? So shout out to that. I ain't give me nothing but a little sausage biscuit. And some coffee, because I was like, string. You see? I'm like, cause I got a string. Oh yes. And everybody gonna be looking for me. So shout out to that. Child, what is going on? Something happened yesterday. What happened yesterday? I know that's right. Listen, let me tell you. You know I used to be a shorts channel, right? Hold on. So, my channel once was a shorts channel. And I ain't mad at shorts channel. I don't like it, but for me, I want to do something different. And once I want to do something different, right? It's like they didn't want to allow me to leave the shorts department or some shit like that. You see? I had the big kick, scream, and box. You see? So shout out to that. To get where I am today. Like, that's one thing about YouTube that is extremely hard, and I would say pressing, right? Cause like, oh, Miss Pressing Curl, I'm hot. Hold on, y'all. Try the coffee. Ugh. Wait. I ain't gonna. You see? Baby, I ain't gonna blame the coffee, but it's hot. Hold on. Gotta move on. Let me tell y'all. Oh, nah, for real. You want the truth? You're gonna have to be able to handle it over here with me, damn it. Listen. So, it's hot. I'm hot. Let me see something real quick. Let me drop this dun-dun-dun. It's crazy how your body just go from one thing to the next, right? From one thing to the next. I've been living my whole life cold, you know, always cold. Always cold. Now, first of all, I'm a sweater, though. I sweat. So that's kind of strange, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like God didn't know what he wanted to do with me, you know? He makes me get extremely, he made me get extremely hot. When I'm hot, I'm really hot, like hotter than other people. And then, you know, when I'm cold, like, I'm cold. Shit. And I'm usually cold, and everybody else is like, hell no, it's hot in here. So anyway, yeah, this is a quick story about Miss Persecutor. But anyway, yeah, with YouTube, I would say, I don't know. This is the thing about YouTube. YouTube will try to put you in a box, okay? And you got to be ready for that. Like for instance, if you want a shorts channel, cool, do that. But then at the same time, like me, I had a shorts channel, right? And so YouTube put me in a shorts box. It just is what it is. They put me in that small little box. Excuse me. So then when I started making videos that was way longer than just a minute, nothing. Ghost. Barely no views. And I can honestly say, that's frustrating. Hold on, let me get some water. That's annoying. Yeah. I see I'm back to using my favorite word. Annoying. I've been saying it lately. Oh. Gotta move barely know. And so yeah, you know, like if you're gonna do a YouTube, do your thing. But like I would just say, whatever you want to do. See, this is the thing. Like I started out as a shorts channel, right? But I knew damn well I didn't just want to do shorts. I knew that, but it wasn't clear in the beginning. Does that make sense? I don't know. I would just say like, so like for instance, you know how I turned my channel around? I just kept doing lives. And then that's when it's like YouTube was like, okay, this ain't what we thought, you know? So, but now they stuck me in a different box. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm stuck in a live box. Shit. For real. Because, and what I mean by that is when I try to do videos, no views. I don't know if they don't come. I don't know. It's almost like YouTube don't even send a notification out or something. You know what I'm saying? Hey, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, y'all. Y'all ready for the weekend? Y'all ready to build y'all channels up? But yeah, it's just weird. It's just weird. I just feel like it's too much stuff that I don't know. I hate that. You know what I'm saying? I hate that. But at the same time, I'm not gonna stress myself out. When I was young, one of my mom's favorite sayings was, everything happens for a reason. My mom used to always say that. Shout out to her and shout out to that. I don't know. She said it so much, I just believe it. You know? So I just really try not to stress myself out. Shit. I be like, it is what it is. But like, if y'all wonder why I don't do like the reaction videos or the videos that's like pre-recorded and telling you what I think about something, that's why. Because the views are shitty and it sucks, you know? And it feels like a waste of time. But I can honestly say though, I think the only way to combat that, sorry y'all, I'm almost done, is to keep doing videos. I think. To show YouTube that like, hey, this is what it is. Like, I don't know what you thought, you know? But whatever. It's annoying. If I had to be real, there's one thing about YouTube that I could say is hell of annoying, you know? Any content you do, it's almost like they sticking you in a box. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, shit. Remember I said in the beginning, when I first started, that my channel was a shorts channel at first. And like, if I were to put up a short today, it probably would do way more than a lot of other people's shorts, so I gotta keep it real on that. But it's not gonna do that great. It's not gonna do that great. Because they had me in some type of box, like, she goes live. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't smile. I definitely wish it wasn't like that, though. You know what I'm saying? I do. Because sometimes I do be wanting to do videos for y'all. I told y'all that. Sometimes it's fun. You know what I'm saying? Showing y'all what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? As I'm talking about it. But, I don't know. Sometimes, I can honestly say, I really just damn don't know. You know? But I can say this, though. If I wanted to be a video channel, I could. You know what I'm saying? All I would have to do is just keep putting out videos. Just keep putting out videos until YouTube realize they're like, oh, okay. This is what she got going on now. You know what I'm saying? You know? So that's that too, but when I tell y'all, for me to do a video right now seems like the biggest fucking waste of time. Hold on, y'all. Real quick. On, 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 on. He said, if she don't want my love, I guess I gotta move on. I guess I came a little too strong. Ah, that's my style. You know what? Bryson Tiller was just doing an interview too. He was. Shout out to Bryson. And shout out to that. So he did an interview where he was talking about Timberland. Hold on. Said you got a new agenda with someone you barely know. Oh, he was on that. Oh, he was on that. Damn. That's my song. And like, man, you know you got a damn bop on your hands when somebody like Diddy, you know what I'm saying? Come along and be like, whatever Diddy did, I don't know how Diddy came at him, but he was basically like, shit, I like that song. And And evidently he must have wanted it on his album too. That's crazy. Shout out to Bryson and shout out to that. Now, Bryson was just saying in an interview that Timberland, the shit. And then when he was like, hey, you know, my money funny, what's up? Timberland denied it. I said, oh, eek, like, listen. I bet you it was so easy to run game. More easier, I would say, back in the day to run game than it is now. For real. I bet you it was. Because now people probably be like, hell nah. Like, you gotta do so much to become famous. It's not even funny these days. Child, look at the little landscaping people. Get your money. I say, get your money. So tell me why yesterday I'm scrolling on not YouTube, IG, right? I'm on Instagram. Child, and tell me why this girl, shout out to her. Tell me why this lady comes across my timeline with some tips. I'm like, all right now, Mr. Landscaper. All right. Is that enough grass you didn't cut today? In front of me window? Anyway. So, this girl, she comes on Instagram, right? And she's like, talking about witch hazel, y'all. I said, I'm gonna tell my audience about that. So this is what she said. She basically said that witch hazel does something for like scent. And so she was saying you need to get some cotton balls. Take a cotton ball, okay? And put some witch hazel on it and then wipe up under here, wipe, you know, like in the folds of your legs. You know, like in the folds of your legs. That's it. She said down the crack of your ass too. That was funny. That was funny as hell. And up under your boobs too, if they sweat. She was saying that witch hazel is good for that. And it like helps. I said, what? Take the what and leave the what? Girl, I ain't heard that. I said, I'm gonna tell my audience, so shout out to her. And that little tip, that little toot tip thing or whatnot. Child, where's my I got one right here, but I should have had one in my bag too. Shit. Don't come for me because I'm still boycotting. Okay? So far back. So anyway, that was a cute little tip. And then this other man, I said, oh, no, come on now. Why they, well, it is what it is. Shout out to that. They know I'm, you know what I'm saying? They know I'm into information or whatnot. It just is what it is. I sure am. I'm an information type of girl, right? Like, I love to receive it, love to give it type stuff. It just is what it is. So this other man comes in my timeline, and he's like, if you be sweating at work, it's why you work. It's okay. Work and people, you work and people. Shout out to y'all. He was saying that, like, what'd he say? Oh yeah, he was saying that, like, at work sometimes his thighs sweat, right? And I guess they begin to feel irritable, you know. And he was saying that he be putting deodorant on, deodorant on it. So shout out to him and shout out to that. Oh, and he also said his chest too. His chest. He said his chest gets weird at work from sweating. I said, okay, I'm telling my audience. Shout out to him for letting us know. You see? I just see what it is. Shout out to that. Say you got a new agenda with someone you barely know. But yes, y'all. I said, yes, y'all. You get... Baby, it got a little hot. It is what it is, a little hot. Yeah. And then Cardi B was in court yesterday, which I think I'm gonna come back and do another live for y'all. It just is what it is. I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just letting the streets heat up. You know, y'all know how it go. Y'all know how the streets is. And for everybody who don't know how the streets is, like, you know, the streets get hot and they get cold. Yeah. So shout out to them. You know. Just trying to see, you know what I'm saying, what everybody talking about or whatnot. Then I said, okay. I said, oh, I might have to hit him with the 1-2 punch today. You see? So shout out to that. And I don't think I'm changing clothes. Sure don't. No, I think Miss Pressy Curl is dressed for today. So shout out to that. If she don't want my love, I guess I gotta move on. I guess I came a little too strong. I love to tie my shirts. Am I the only one? I'm just into tying my tops. You got a new agenda with someone barely know. On. Child, all kinds of thoughts be popping up in my head, but the difference between the old me and the new me now is the fact that I was just wrong with stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was just wrong with it. I'm not doing it no more. So shout out to that. Like, I can't explain it. But, like, yeah, like, you know, like, for instance, an idea would pop up in my head. I'd be like, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to run with that. Now, I be like, that's a good idea. Let me sit that to the side. You know, let me sit that to the side. Let me think on it. Think on it. Pray on it. You know, stuff like that. I know. I listen. I used to be in love with divorce court. Okay, and one thing about divorce court, that I used to love when she said, "You got to look deep before you leave, baby." I said, "Oh yes, Miss Presser Girl, that's a word." That was Judge Maybelline. Y'all remember Judge Maybelline? The chocolate one. Shout out to her and shout out to that. I love Judge Maybelline, but let me tell you something. Judge Lynn, that's my girl. Period. Like, that's my girl. And you know what? Speaking of which, Judge Lynn used to always come down my Instagram timeline. I haven't seen her lately, so let me go over there and check on her. But it is what it is. I like her. Oh, I like her. Like, let me tell you something. Like, you know how, I don't know. I'm just into the judge shows. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. I used to be anyway. And so, like, I didn't learn so much, okay, from Judge Lynn and Judy. Yeah, them both my girls right there. Them my girls. Shout out to them. Oh yes, I done learned so much from them. It's crazy. Like one of my favorite sayings from Judge Judy, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, is when she be like, if it don't make sense, it's usually not true. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of my favorite sayings for her. Period. For real. Like, I was like, oh yes, Miss Presser Carol. I'm gonna pack that one in my purse and take it with me every day. You see, it just is what it is. So, like, yeah, and like I apply it, you know, in life. So, like, when somebody telling me something, child, I done saw right through it. You know what I'm saying? Before I knew it, I done saw right through it, child. Thanks to Judge Judy. You see, just thanks to Judge Judy. And then, like, with Judge Lynn, you know what I'm saying? I learned a lot from her too. Like, an absolute lot. Like, let me think of something she be saying that I absolutely love. Judge Lynn. Well, I can honestly say Judge Lynn helped me in my relationship. Good morning. Make sure you hit that like button, Brizzy. What's up? What's happening? She helped me in my relationship because, like, one thing that Judge Lynn be saying is she be like, quit assuming. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't assume nothing. Hey, Brizzy. I know that's right. That's what's up. What's up? Yeah, no, she was like, quit assuming. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't assume stuff. You know? So instead of being like, come home, slamming doors. Well, what's wrong with you? Well, the kitchen dirty. Why is the kitchen dirty? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you gotta communicate to your partner. You know what I'm saying? You can't assume that, like, oh, you know, you can't assume that, like, the person at home knows to have the house clean when you walk through the door. You know what I'm saying? That's like that's nothing that you can assume. You know what I'm saying? And I take it a step further too. Like, you know, people talk about it. You know what I'm saying? People talk. You know, but they don't, you know, use their words the best way that they. So, hold on, let me just say. In other words, so, like, let's say you tell your partner, your spouse, when I come home, I don't want to come home to a dirty house. You know what I'm saying? That's not enough. You would think that's enough, but that's not really enough communication. The truth of the matter is you gotta delegate. Okay, you gotta delegate. You gotta, excuse me, you gotta actually say, hey babe, the kitchen, when I get through cooking, the kitchen is like, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Cooking and cleaning is a lot on top of everything else that I already do. So, like, I need you to do the dishes. You know what I'm saying? So, like, no, not just one time. Every time after I cook. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's communicating what you need fully. You know, instead of assuming or getting an attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I learned a lot from her. Seriously. What else? I'm sure it was other things too, but like, yeah, it is what it is. Them, you know, them my girls. Them is my girls. And then it seemed like I had got judged in book, but oh, I don't know. Some people books. Somebody said it. Somebody said, oh, well, you got to communicate. You know what I'm saying? You got to communicate. You got to say, like, listen, you know, I love you to death, love you down. You know what I'm saying? But, like, this type of stuff bothers me, you know? It just is what it is. And to me, you should be able to communicate with your spouse, period. Like, this is bothering me. You know, what we going to do? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't, y'all know I really don't like to talk about relationship stuff, period. I don't. Because, you know, everybody is different. And, baby, let me tell you something. I run a tight shift, okay? Period. I run a tight shift. So, you know, it is what it is. Like, I damn sure ain't sitting around letting somebody do something that I don't like. You see? Oh, no. Oh, the fuck no. I'm telling you as soon as you do it. Oh, you know, remember last weekend you came home at 5 a.m.? That's probably not, you know. You know, I don't like that. I don't like that. Shit. How hard is it to say I don't like that? You know, but it is what it is. Some people have communication problems. You know? And baby, that's just not my, you see, problem. That's just not my problem. I'm just playing, but for real, not me. Baby, not Shay Renee. I might not be the best communicator, though. I might not be the best communicator. But at least I can, you know what I'm saying? At least I can communicate my needs, you know? It is what it is. I ain't gonna, you know? Shit. So I'm looking for something that must ain't here. It is what it is. Gots to be in the other one. Let me see, because some of these be too wet. This the one. This the one right here, Miss Pressa Girl. Who is this? Well, it's okay. It's okay. Never mind. I was finna tell them like, oh, y'all did too much. Yeah, y'all did too much with this one. But I'm not gonna tell them because it's old. And like, one thing about makeup and the makeup people, they be, what's the word I'm looking for? They discontinue stuff a lot. A lot. So 9 times out of 10, this shit ain't even around no more. They done replaced it with something else. I'll take it a step further too. Some people probably told them, this ain't it, Miss Pressa Girl. It burns my eyes, makes me look goth. A little booger. a little booger that showed up on the set. I'll take it. Baby, I'll take a booger over a bug. I'll tell you that. Because, let me tell you something. The roach thing, that's annoying as fuck. Especially when you know, like, know damn well, you know? Like, for me, I'm going to tell y'all off the rip, I don't come from no household with no like, absolutely not. You see, absolutely not. As a kid, I did not grow up with roaches, okay? Yeah. Now, when you get older and you start being a renter, you know, you just realize that it's out of your control like that. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It do be. Like, all you can do is keep your house as clean as you can keep it and you know, like treat, you know, do your little treatments for pests. That's it. That's all you can do. Them motherfuckers, whatever. You see? That's why, like, just recently, that's not funny. But people was on Netta head about having roaches. And I'm like, Netta? Netta better get it together. It just is what it is. I felt so sorry for her. Oh, I hate stepping on bugs. Any kind of bug. Because they love everything in them just splat. That's so gross to me. I like a spray. A good spray. That's enough. That'd be enough. But like, yeah, no, shit. People got bugs. It is what it is. People got roaches. Shit. It is what it is. Them motherfuckers is uninvited. You know. The thing is, though, just don't leave them unattended. It just is what it is. Don't leave them in your house to do what the fuck they want to do, how they want to do, when they want to do it. You see? But yeah, I felt bad for Netta about a week ago because he went viral for having a roach in his hair. And I'm like, Netta know damn well. It just is what it is. He know damn well. He got to get his kitchen together. You know, it's just... You can't have no damn cooking show with roaches. That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy. He ain't gonna be able to do that. He gonna have to pack up his goddamn kitchen. And I don't know where he gotta take it to. You know, one thing about me though, I'm full of ideas. Full. You see? And with that being said, you know, I would tell Netta, shit, he better start grilling outside and motherfucker. For real, you better take that shit outside. That's all I can tell him. Especially because I follow this one lady. What's her name? I'm gonna give her a shout out. What's her name, though? I can't think of her name. I think she's raising something. You know what I'm saying? It's like her name is similar to Cane's, so she put a twist on Raising Cane's. Y'all know that lady? Y'all know that lady? I think her name is Raising Cane's, Cades or something like that. I don't know, but anyway, I enjoy her content on IG. Her. She be outside. Now, she be inside too, though. But she be outside a lot. So, I don't know. It's either that or get you a clean studio, you know, to play around in. It is what it is. But he definitely can't pay for his brand like that. You know what I'm saying? I would say. But Netta better get him some shit up in there. It just is what it is. Like, treat that shit, okay? Yeah. That's so bad for him. So bad. Just is what it is. But, like, yeah, y'all. Problem. My kids be singing that. Hey, good morning. Good morning. What kind of dog is that? You know what? I was listening to the radio this morning too, and the radio was saying that today is like national, I don't know, like remember your dog day, basically. Your pets who have passed. And this one lady started saying, you know, I love you to a lot of different pets. I was like, well, damn, Miss Pressy girl. I only said something to one pet because that's really all I remember like that, you know. But now as I sit here and talk and think, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, okay, there is a few more, you know. But I never had a lot of pets. I'm not a pet person. In fact, my last dog I had to give to my sister. And it's crazy that I said that out loud because it was supposed to be temporary, but I never went back to get her. You know, it makes me sad. It kind of makes me sad. But, yeah, I had to give her away to my sister, you know. And, yeah, it makes me sad because I never discussed, like, keeping her forever, you know. And it just, my sister don't even bring it up. She don't even say, you know, are you gonna come get the dog or nothing like that. I got a good sister though, so shout out to that. Shout out to her. Y'all know I don't really talk about my family much though. I don't, because that's just not my thing. You know what I'm saying? That's just not my thing. I like to keep my private life private. Yeah, so shout out to that. But yeah, I had a little dog, cute little dog. The cutest little bulldog you ever seen. And my sister got her now. So I know she in good hands. So shout out to that. But I can't wait to get my teeth bleached. I cannot wait to get my teeth bleached. Like that is, you know how you got a list of things to do. Miss Pressy girl gotta get that done. You see. So anyway, shout out to that. But like, yes, y'all, what else is going on in the internet streets and in this world today? Let me tell y'all something. Like, if I could be doing anything I want, what y'all would be doing? If y'all could do anything you want, like right now, if God said, what is it? What would it be? If I could do anything I want right now, I would probably like be in my third business. Yeah, I'd be in my third business talking to y'all. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Third, what would my third business be? Well, I have one that I want, right? Well, I have one that I'm still praying over. But then I have one that I added to my bucket list, and that's just like dealing with flowers and stuff like that. I love flowers. I love flowers for whatever reason. And so, like, yeah, a job be somewhere dealing with that, you know, just flowers. Here, there, everywhere. Just surrounded in a room full of flowers. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And somebody be like, ding, 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 ding. Shay Renee's Floral, how can I help you? You see? Or they be like, okay, today's my mom's birthday and I wanted to send her a dozen roses. A dozen roses? Okay. Do you know what color? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to that. Baby, you know. I don't know. It's just my thing, you see? Just my thing. I want a little floral shop. I like flowers. So I definitely will be doing that. Like if I can do anything, anything, that's what I would be doing right now, today. You know? Just kicking out orders. Shit, kicking out orders, baby. If it's in town, baby, y'all know how they be having their little vans. It's so cute. So cute. They be having their little vans with a little, you know, their little logo. Boom. You know what I'm saying? We got this little order. But yeah, that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? And I like to do that type of stuff too, by the way. Now I think the only person I ever sent flowers to is my sister though. I think. I don't even think I ever sent my mom flowers. Which kind of makes me sad a little bit, as I think. But I don't know if she likes flowers. I don't know if she's into them. But it would be nice to send her some. So yeah, I might have to, you see, note it. I think on my mother's next birthday, I'm going to send her some flowers. So shout out to that. But yeah, what's going on with y'all? I thought about playing trivia with y'all. I think that would be so fucking fun. Well, not necessarily fun. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. Okay. But don't quote me. Please don't. Because I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Just yet. Off the rip. In fact, I started trying to look like this is what I need to do. I need to look up Jeopardy, and yeah, let me go from there. You know what I'm saying? Did y'all watch Jeopardy ever? Like, I don't know what Jeopardy is about. I don't know if it's trivia or not. You see? But when I looked up trivia, it says that it says that it's kind of like it says that it's like petty details. You know what I'm saying? So like, for instance, this is a question that I have for you. Y'all. Young Thug recently went viral, right, for his outfit. And what color was his shirt? What color was his shirt? Was it tan? Was it red? Or was it black? You know what I'm saying? Which one? You know? Stuff like that. Like, I think that's, you know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Y'all let me know. Hit the like button too. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all caught Young Thug's viral post, okay, where you know, he just went viral. He went viral for his outfit that he was wearing. Y'all let me know. I gotta, you know, the question is, what color was his shirt? Was it tan? Was it red? Or was it black? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is, I think, don't quote me, I could be wrong, but I think that's like trivia. You know what I'm saying? That's like what's considered trivia. So like, trivia is like petty. Hot chocolate, ciders, and more. Trivia is like petty details. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Or like, here's another question too. Yesterday, okay, so listen, we all know Cardi B is on trial, right? Cardi B is on trial. Um, Hold on. Um, hold on. Hold on. Y'all hold that thought. I want to write my questions down. Because I don't want to forget them. I don't want to forget them, y'all, because we're going to play. So hold that thought. 1 second. Hold on. Problem. That's just not my problem. Okay, so if you just now getting here, we playing a game of trivia right now, real quick. Okay, and the question is, in Young Thug's recent viral posts, okay, about his outfit, he had a shirt on that went viral. Basically, his shirt went viral. What color was it? Was it tan? Was it red? Or was it black? Okay. Those are the Young Thug questions. Hold on, trivia. Let me see. Trivia questions about Young Thug. Y'all drop in my comments and let me know. Okay, and then listen, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. And then listen, we playing trivia today, real quick. So another question, Cardi B. Cardi B is in court. She's in court right now. She keeps switching her wigs. Switch her outfit. When she switch her outfit, she switch her hair. Okay, it just is what it is. So her wigs have gone viral. What color was the last wig that Cardi B wore to court, which was been yesterday? What color was the last wig? Was it black? Was it brown? Or was it blonde? Okay, black, brown, or blonde? Let me know what you think, okay? Let me know. Y'all jump in my comments. I want y'all to play this game with me, a game of trivia real quick. And then, what else is going on? Let me think. Let me think. Okay, think. Hold up. We playing trivia. We playing trivia today. Y'all let me know. Young Thug. What color is Young Thug's shirt that just recently went viral? Is it tan? Is it red? Is it black? Cardi B's wigs. What color was the last wig that she played around in? Cardi B been playing around, playing dress up, playing Play-Doh, all of that, okay? Playing Tetris, whatever, with the wigs, okay? So was Cardi B's last wig, was it black, was it brown, was it blonde that she had on yesterday? Okay? And then, damn. Trivia. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Lil Wayne's first baby mama. Who's his first baby mama? Is it Toya? Is it Nivea? Or was it Lauren? Or was it Christina? Which one? Okay. Lil Wayne's baby mama. And speaking of Lil Wayne, trivia, okay? We playing trivia. And speaking of Lil Wayne, hold on 1 second. Got a new agenda. Someone you barely know. On. Step 1. Trivia. We playing trivia. If you just got here, Poopa Stars. If you just got here, we playing trivia. Okay, took a quick little break for some trivia. You know what that remind me of? When he said, Julia, you know I never make a fool of ya. Oh, I love when he said that. Oh, that shit was funny, wasn't it? Say you gotta move on. That's my song. That's my song, y'all. Look, I typed in D. That should be scary, don't it? I typed in D and it said, did he move on? Crazy. That's crazy. Crazy. Now, first of all, why I didn't know Diddy had Joy in his video? That's crazy. I did not know Diddy had Joy in his video. But y'all remember, it's crazy too. He had Tiffany Haddish in his video too. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Diddy for that though. But no, y'all remember Joy was like, I kissed him. You know what I'm saying? And it was a mistake. Let me tell you something. Man, oh, Diddy is crazy. Like, how can I put it? Like, okay. So y'all remember when Future was like, something about them old ninjas. Somebody, I don't want to be in the same room with them old ninjas. Future said something fly. You know what I'm saying? About Diddy. He jumped fly. I don't know if he don't like Diddy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know, honestly, it probably got something to do with the Drake thing, if I had to guess. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know Drake and Future used to be like this, you know. And so, you know, Future he just don't strike me as the type of person that's gonna be running around with other people enemies, you know. And so he probably caught himself being loyal to Future. I mean to Drake. You know what I'm saying? By like not messing with Diddy, but like baby Diddy is Diddy petty. Diddy said Diddy said this old ninja got a little money, so don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? Watch out now. And so remember Joy, like when he first started messing with Caresha, he was like kind of trying to push up on Joy. Remember, he took on vacation. The rest is history, I guess. But yeah, I guess this is around the time. You know what I'm saying? Joy ended up doing a video with she ended up being in this Gotta Move On video. That's crazy. I never saw that. I never ever saw that. So I mean, it makes sense though now. Overall, Joy could just say, I was just working. You know what I'm saying? I was working. But I remember she said she said they kissed. She was like, it was a kiss. That shouldn't have never happened. Now I wonder why she said that. I wonder why she said that. Because if you single and Diddy single, then, you know, like, what's the problem? Seemed like she was trying to clean it up for Future a little bit. Yeah, to me. Okay. This is what it is. Hold on. Step one. If he don't want my love, I guess I gotta move on. I guess I came a little too strong. I love it. Love it. That's my damn song. I told y'all. It just is what it is. That's my song. Like, I can listen to all the different versions too. Because that's another thing. That's another thing. Diddy loved that song as much as I did, okay? Shit, what he do? He made like... I guess maybe just 2 versions. Maybe just 2 versions. Because I'm looking at this one video right here. And this is the one that Joy was in. Oh, Diddy is hell, so when I think about it. Oh, he hell, Miss Pressa Girl. Oh, yes. Because when I think about it, and I think really hard about it, right? I feel like, okay, Joy is in this video. This is the version that doesn't have Carisha on it. Carisha is on one of the remixes, her and Ashanti. So I'm thinking, Diddy shot all of these videos around, like, maybe like on a weekend. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, he probably shot the video with Joy Saturday and then did Carisha's on Sunday. You see what I'm saying? In other words, I feel like he had both of them, okay, on this trip. Okay, to do the videos. Now that's why. You know, and I don't know. I really don't know because, like, this is the thing. People were saying, featuring Young Miami and Ashanti, get in your bag, stay in your bag. Get in your bag, stay in your bag. That's my song. Man, Diddy is crazy. It just is what it is. That man, it's crazy. But yeah. Carisha did her thing. Oh, that's what I was gonna tell y'all. A lot of people was making it seem like Cassie was mad, you know what I'm saying? Because behind Carisha. And like at first I was like, y'all tripping. You know what I'm saying? Cassie ain't mad over Carisha. Like why? Like if she was, it was possibly a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like as mad as you could, let's say on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 is as mad as you can be. I would say Cassie probably got up to a 3 or a 4. You know what I'm saying? Like nowhere. I mean, like, not no shape or form do I believe this woman was on 10 behind Diddy. I just don't believe that. I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? I believe Cassie has moved on. It just is what it is. Yeah, like just I was saying. Yeah. But then the more and more I thought about it, I was like, well, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. Maybe she was just a little bit irritated. It just is what it is. Like, just a little irritated. Because one thing about Diddy and Carisha, right? They started, like, they was like, okay, they was working separately. Like, he put her on to the podcast thing. He put her on in BMF. You know, he had her doing music and stuff. And I think ultimately that's what Cassie wanted when she was with him, for sure. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So, like, the more and more I thought about it, I was like, okay, maybe y'all own to something. You see? Yeah. So, shout out to Diddy and shout out to that. And shout out to Carisha, too, who, yeah, it just is what it is. Carisha, like, she seemingly is caught up in, you know, in Diddy's shit. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know. And it's crazy too, because one thing about Diddy, for real, one thing about Diddy, I think messing with him can probably possibly seemingly be so confusing too for women. You know what I'm saying? Because I think depending on who the woman is, you know what I'm saying? And then depending on, you know, how you look at it and think about it, I just feel like, you know, Diddy is possibly the best boyfriend that any of them ever had. You know what I'm saying? So it's like mind, you know, it's just like mind fucking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like nobody has treated me better than you. You know? But at the same token, I'm talking about Cassie and what's that other girl name? The Jane Doe lady. Just them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna use them as an example. Yes, we all know there's others, but like, no. These two literally came out in court, right? And it was proven that they was doing freak offs with Diddy. So just them. I just want to talk about them too. They probably feel like so confused. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, because it's like nobody has treated me as good as you have. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. Yeah, like Keith Sweat said, nobody. And but then at the same time, you could say, but ain't nobody did me as bad as you, man. For real. Like for real. Like literally, like you was dogging me. You know what I'm saying? Like you was literally using me. You know what I'm saying? Like you was literally treating me like I was disposable, you know, or like a piece of trash, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, I don't care. I don't care. That shit Diddy did was kind of weird. And it ain't no kind of to it. It was extremely weird. Extremely weird and then hard to understand. You know what I'm saying? Like really hard to understand. Shit. Because at this point right now, it ain't nothing came out in court about no hanky-panky with Diddy and nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's like literally like what was going through his mind? You know what I'm saying? Like what be going through his mind? Do he think like okay. So allegedly, right? Allegedly, he could be small downstairs. I don't know how true that is, but clock it though. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, he allegedly is small. You know what I'm saying? In the man's department. Like where the suits and shit be. Yeah. Okay. So, if that's true, right? if he is small in size and hold on. I lost my train of thought. Sorry. If he's small in size and he's insecure about the work that he puts in, then is it possible? Could it possibly be that this man feel like he doing these women a favor? You know what I'm saying? It's almost like he's saying, listen, I got money. I'm gonna take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't hold on, let me listen, I'm gonna take care of you off the rip. It's not a lot of dudes that's coming like I'm coming. Okay? Let's get this. Let's get that crystal clear, bitch. You see? Shout out to it. So like, I got money, I got pull, I got connections. Bitch, I can change your life overnight. You see? Oh yes, Mr. Person girl. This like nothing about this is fake. Okay? So it's like he's saying that, and then he like, it's almost like he's saying, and like, you still not gonna have to suffer to be with me, because like, we gonna get you some good D too. You know, we're gonna get you some good D. We're gonna make sure you straight in the D department. Now that might not make a lot of sense to a lot of people. It don't. It absolutely don't. But like, you know, still, you know what I'm saying? Now what song is this? Oh, okay. Hold on, what is it called? So it got Bryson Tiller, Chris Brown, and Jeremiah. But anyway, yeah, you see? So it's almost like, Miss Preston Girl, you like, what? You gonna be straight with me, you know? And then, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, it is what it is. Like, some of it, like it's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? For me, like, if I'm Diddy, like, it's embarrassing for me, right, to be small downstairs allegedly, and have to deal with the cowboy people, right? The cowboys and Indians, you see, they come drop it in your draw, you know. So like, that's a little embarrassing for me, right? So like, yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, it's embarrassing for us both. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want this to get out, and neither do I. You know, type stuff. That's what it remind me of. So it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And I can only imagine. I told y'all. Shit, I told y'all. Man, please. Man, please. Like, when you think about it, like, really, really think about it, you got a lot of people. You got a lot of people. I mean to say women. Got a lot of women, okay, who would have been sister wiving it with all of Diddy's concubines. You see, it just is what it is. Because they rather live a life of luxury versus poverty. You know, it just is what it is. They faced with that, okay? Now, anyway, if you just now getting here, hit that like button. We are playing a trivia game, okay? Let me tell y'all what the questions are. Young Thug, Young Thug just recently went viral, okay? He went viral because of his shirt, his outfit of choice, his top. He went viral because of his top. What color was his top? Okay, was it tan, was it black, or was it red? Let me know. Y'all let me know in the comments what color was Young Thug's shirt that he just went viral for, okay? Let me know, let me know, let me know, let me know, let me know. Trivia question. But like, yeah, as far as Diddy goes, I don't care what nobody say. You see, I don't care. In my hearts of our hearts, I just feel like Carisha is somewhere, okay, waiting on Diddy. I do think that, you know. You know, it is what it is. I do think that. I just also hope that, like, yeah, you know. Well, I can't say I hope that. No, I ain't gonna say that. You know, just whatever. Maybe, you know, maybe, just maybe, she played her cards right? So where Diddy ain't like, no, you stay over there. You know. Which I think, you know what I'm saying? We all know. Because when Carisha did that video talking about Diddy, we was like, take the what and leave the what? We was like, girl, you could have kept that shit. You and Saucy ain't told us nothing. At the end of the day, for real. Shit. Trivia. Next question. We're playing trivia. Some gossip, celebrity gossip trivia. I said, Julia, you know I never make a fool of ya. I love when he said that. So shout out to him and shout out to that. Next question. Cardi B is in court. Okay, she in court. Holding court. Shout out to her, shout out to Cardi. Yeah, shout out to her, shout out to that. Cardi B is in court, baby, holding court. You see, with these people, for real, like, oh yes, Miss Pressure Curl went toe to toe with an attorney yesterday. Shout out to Cardi, shout out to that. Cardi B said she been here before. You see? She's Cardi B say, tell him that I know money. You see, and I'm gonna keep it. It just is what it is. The trivia question that I have for you is, what color wig did Cardi B have on yesterday? Was it black? Was it brown? Was it blonde? Okay? Jump in my comments and let me know if you have the answer. Okay? Shout out to that. My next trivia question that I asked, okay, is rapper Lil Wayne. Rapper Lil Wayne has a whole heap of baby mamas. Which one is his first baby mama? Who is Lil Wayne's first baby mama? Is it Nivea? Is it Toya? Is it Nivea, Toya? Oh shit. Nivea, Toya, Lauren, or Christina? Which one? Okay. Jump in my comments and let me know if you have the answer. Let's play a game today. You see, so shout out to that. I said, just shout out to that. Now, as we all know, just recently, Kirk Frost son. Kirk Frost and Rashida's son, okay, had got himself into a little drama. Well, not a little, okay, but he had got himself into a sad situation for everybody involved. Very sad, extremely sad, okay. But like, no, he still haven't been arrested. And y'all, you know, I know he could be arrested later on, but something, like Keith Sweat says, something tells me he might not be arrested for that stuff that happened but it happened with his sister. I wonder if they have laid him to rest yet. Who knows? You know, who knows? But trivia. I got some trivia questions going on today for anybody who wants to play, okay? Question number one. Young Thug recently went viral for a shirt that he had on. Do you remember the color of the shirt? What color was the shirt? Okay? Play a little game with me. Trivia questions, okay? Couple of trivia questions out there. If you just now getting here, make sure you hit that like button, okay? And answer the damn question if you want to play a game with your girl Shay Renee. So shout out to that. I said this gonna be about the only time you can play with me. You see? Yeah. Yeah, like your dog said. Cardi B is in court. What color wig was Cardi B wearing yesterday during her testimony? Okay. Second trivia question. Next. Play a game with me. This gonna be about the only time you play with me. You see? So shout out to that. Next question, everybody. Lil Wayne's first baby mama. What's her name? What is Lil Wayne's first baby mama name? Jump in my comments and let me know what you thinking. Below. I said just below. Hello, can you go? Hey, hello, can you go? Shout out to that. I said, hello, can you go? Hey, hello, can you go? Hey, hello, can you go? I'm going to put Lil Nas X on the prayer list, okay? It just is what it is. Shout out to him. I want to set some prayers up for him and his family, okay? During this difficult time, you know. I just can't even imagine the strain, that having a successful family member can cause a family. I can't even imagine. I bet you it's so stressful. In many ways. Hell, cause you know one thing off the rip, you got a lot riding on your shoulders, right? People, you got your people looking at you like, man, you made it. You know what I'm saying? You made it. Like, don't mess this up, you know? Shit. And then when they see you messing it up, right? Right? They gonna be the main people in your face. Like, you got to get back on the wagon. You know, like, you gotta stay clean, or you gotta keep pushing. You know, you gotta fight. You can't let your guards down. You can't let them run over you. You can't just lay down and, you know. Crazy. And I'll take it a step further too. Those same people, those exact same people, be the only ones that can make you hold your head in shame too. Because the other ones, you don't really, you're not like, you don't care. You know what I'm saying? You don't care, you don't care, you don't care. Like, literally, for real. You don't give a fuck about what most people think. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna always be a small selected, you know, crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I can only imagine. If Lil Nas X was anybody to me, he could be anybody. My nephew, my little brother. Who else could he be? He could be my nephew. He could be my little brother. He could be my little cousin. Hell, what is he? Is he 30? You know, could have even been my kid, you know? And like, I you know, it's like, first things first. What's going on with you? You know, like, we gotta get you to a good place. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get you to a good place and a good space. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. The stress of it all. The stress of it all. That was sad. That was sad. But I told y'all though, as far as the charges goes, I do think some of that stuff is gonna be dropped. This is what it is. I do. I think some of that shit is getting dropped. But yes, we got trivia today. Okay, we got a little trivia going on this morning. I'm having a little bit of fun with y'all as I chop it up about nothing. You see, just literally nothing. You know, just regular, degular, day-to-day shit, right? So my car is back working today, and I'm happy as hell. Oh, yes, ma'am, Miss Preston Curry. You see, I was looking at a post today where it said Beyonce's mother she said she's just so happy at how good one of their hair products is doing, baby. I'm just as happy. You see, I'm about as happy as Beyonce's mama. And my goddamn car's back running. You see, this is what it is. Like, oof. I do not like that feeling at all. I do not like the feeling of not having a car. Like, to me, not having reliable transportation is the same as, like, not having clothes. You know, like, it's just, shit. Like, that's gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying? You know that's gonna be hard, Miss Preston girl. Shit. So, yeah. Ooh-wee. You don't need no other body. Trivia mornings. We got a little trivia going on this morning as we chop it up about nothing. Answer the questions. Answer the question. Jump in my comments and answer the question, okay? What color was Young Thug's shirt that he just recently went viral in? Jump in my comments and let me know. Hold on. You know, another thing too about getting my car back on, my kids. You know what I'm saying? They got to go to school. So shout out to them. Shout out to them. I know they was happy. I know they was probably happy to get back to it. Lord knows I was. I was like, oh yes, you know it. In my Mike Ebbs voice. But the thing is, I struggled to get up this morning, child. I be up. I be up. Shout out to that. I be up at night. I done fell off on music so bad. So bad, it's not even funny, Miss Preston girl. And when I say fall off, I mean I don't be listening to nothing new. Nothing. Everything I listen to is old. Ugh. Baby, baby. Y'all remember at one point they was saying they was gonna eat right, like they was trying to music. They were saying that music was in the dumps, which I believe. I'm starting to believe it a little bit because like music is in a really, really weird place. Shit. The only people doing good for real is Kendrick Lamar. Shit, yeah, I said it. Just Kendrick Lamar. Um, you know. Speaking of Kendrick Lamar, that was a debate online just recently. Shout out to whatever blog posted that. I don't remember. Y'all know I'm here, there, everywhere to get the tea. But shout out to the blogger. You know who you are. So that was recently a debate. They was like, I know it was Michael Beasley. Michael Beasley. Who recently sparked the debate saying Kodak Black or Kendrick Lamar. And he basically said he take Kodak over Kendrick. Now let me say this. Ooh. That's crazy. Now that to me is tough. It just is what it is. Now I will say this though. The man said, he said, the only thing that Kendrick Lamar has over Kodak for real is the wordplay stuff. And I said, well, that's enough. You see, Miss Preston Curl, that's going to be a damn enough. So how you still picking Kodak then? Man, this is my thing. Let me tell you something. Y'all know I love, love, love music down. Okay? Consider myself a music connoisseur, if you will. And with that being said, listen. Man, I am a huge Kodak Black music fan. Okay, it just is what it is. Shit, probably about anywhere from, let me just say, about 6 months ago. Like, listen, that's all I would listen to for real. Like a whole lot of Kodak Black. And I feel like there is a lot, okay, and I do mean a freaking lot. I feel like there are a lot of artists who can't get with Kodak Black. Just can't. I'm sorry, just not. Listen, you're not fucking with them at all. There's a lot of artists like that. A lot of them. Oh yes, Miss Presser Girl. Look at Tory Lanez. What song is this? Love. Tory Lanez was that guy when he first hit the scene. Anyway, I mean, he just brought something different. I would say I like Tory's music. It just is what it is. I like it. Anyway, them remakes. Anyway, but like I was trying to say, there is not a lot of artists that can mess with Kodak Black as far as his skills. Okay. But I want to mainly say his catalog. Let's start there. There's a difference. Okay? There's one thing to be skilled. See, like Megan Thee Stallion is extremely skilled. That's my girl, and y'all know that. Shout out to her, shout out to that. That's my goddamn girl. Period. They can never make me hate you, Megan. Anyway, I said they ain't gonna be able to do it. I said they just ain't gonna be able to do it. So anyway, like Megan Thee Stallion is skilled off the rip. Oh yes. Miss Preston Curl can rap. It just is what it is. Make you want to look behind her when she done, cause she damn sure can rap her ass out. Okay, off the rip. Now, with that being said, though, her catalog, you know, it's just like her catalog is like a newborn baby. You know what I'm saying? It's just two in its fresh stages. And I take it a step further too. Megan, that's something to think about. Seriously, it is. That's something to really, really think about. Your catalog, Miss Preston Girl. But like no. Like I was saying, you have people that are like can rap, period. Hands down. Okay? Then their catalog is something different. Like Kodak Black catalog is a fucking beast. All right? That's just that. Like, first of all, Kodak Black is an artist that can do a verses. Let's start there. Y'all know I love talking about verses. Kodak can do a verses. A lot of artists cannot. You see, I think it's like it's nothing like the domino game. Okay. You know, with dominoes, it's 10 to get in. So shout out to that. This ain't that. I think with verses, you gotta have 20, I believe. 20 vibes. Okay? A lot of people ain't got that. Yeah. A lot of people can't do no verses. They got way more chalk to sing. Way more. Kodak Black can do a verses. Okay? So, yeah. Baby. You know, I don't know. Let me just be real. If I had to be real, the fact that I'm a Kodak Black fan and I listen to way more Kodak Black than I do Kendrick Lamar, I might have to take Kodak over Kendrick. But that's hard for me, y'all. It is. And let me tell y'all why. It's hard for me because Kendrick Lamar is so fucking talented. He is. That man is so fucking talented. I'm sorry. Hands the fuck down. Period. Hands the fuck down. Like Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. I'm getting goosebumps a little bit. That ninja. He just on a different type of, he different. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 Chainz said. He on a different type of timing. Does that make sense? So like, almost like Jay-Z to me. You know what I'm saying? Almost like Jay-Z. When Jay-Z was in his prime and still working on the blueprint and stuff like that, them days, Jay-Z was just years ahead of his peers, if that makes sense. Like he was wrapping circles around them ninjas. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Kendrick Lamar is like that. It just is what it is. Yeah, he like that. So shout out to that. And that's why I was like, man, y'all let him have that Super Bowl? Fuck y'all talking about? I said, take the what and leave the what? I don't give a damn about what. Hold up. Y'all know Lil Wayne is in my top 5. Period. He is my top 5 all time, the best rappers that ever rapped and grabbed the mic. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't care. I didn't feel like Lil Wayne deserved to do the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Not over Kendrick. No, I didn't. First of all, you know how when Lil Wayne light that goddamn lighter up in the beginning? That motherfucker say, choo. You know what I'm saying? We like that. Yeah, we like that. We like that. Because we know he about to, boy, we about to have to get ready, you see, to rewind. And yeah, what he say? And oh my God. And yeah, that was crazy. And speaking of Lil Wayne too, this man is on TV right now. But no, for real, you want the truth, you gonna have to be able to handle it over here with me. Just like that lighter that be going out, Lil Wayne's flame had went the fuck out. It just is what it is. It's gone out. Like, just like when you blow a candle on your fucking birthday cake. It was over. You see? Yeah. So at the end of the day, I didn't want to see Lil Wayne. Not over Kendrick Lamar. Shit. Not over somebody that's hot right now. Because we're not talking about then. You see, we talking about now. So it's almost like, when Ann Wolf was like, this is her time. You know what I'm saying? When she was talking about Clarissa Shields, it just is what it is. Ann Wolf was like, we all had a time. I had my time, you see? And now let Clarissa have hers. The same thing. I just feel like this is Kendrick Lamar's time. Let him the fuck have it. Please, let him have it. Because Lil Wayne had his time. It is what it is. And, did what he wanted to do with it too. Like, hey. You see? Like, don't come talking about no Super Bowls now, Wayne. Shit. You should be talking about some goddamn Super Bowls when you was hot. Okay? It just is what it is. Now, that's not to say I don't want to see Lil Wayne do a Super Bowl. Hell, let him do it this year. Yeah, let's do it. Who cares? Nobody cares. Okay. As a Lil Wayne fan, I'm here for it. Let him rock out with his dropout. You see, it just is what it is. No, not last year though. Not last year. You see, no, not last year though. Let the person who hot, you know what I'm saying, who time it is, have it. And it's Kendrick Lamar time. Like, what's not clicking? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's not clicking? Clock it. It's like having a new sheriff in town. The fuck? Drake then got the motherfucking boot. You see? Yeah, it just is what it is. I say the boy didn't got the boot. And so, with that being said, I personally, I feel like Kodak Black catalog can fuck with Kendrick Lamar, but ultimately, I don't think he can fuck with Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being all the way real. You know, first of all, Kendrick Lamar has a, ooh, I hope I didn't smear that on my face. Kendrick Lamar has a, what's that stuff called? He has a background in battle rap. That alone kind of sets him apart from Kodak Black. You know what I'm saying? Battle rapping is hard as shit. You know, it is. It's hard. It's fucking hard. And a lot of people just can't get with that. Lots of people. In fact, I'll take it a step further. Drake couldn't even get with that. He couldn't. Drake couldn't fuck with Kendrick Lamar and his rapping background. It just is what it is. Like, a lot of people can't get with that battle rap shit. Are you crazy? You know, a battle rapper, like, they're on a different level. You got battle rap and then you got freestyle. Battle rap is, to me, over all that shit, you know? Because a battle rapper can, like, man, that's a little, you know? It just to me, it take way more thought to be a battle rapper than it would a freestyle, you know? But overall, though, it's just it's a skill, okay? It is what it is. It's a skill that sets you apart from other people. Shit. And so, with that being said, Like for instance, if we talking about skills alone, I feel like Papoose can fuck with Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, yeah, that's their lane. You know, like you can, for instance, I feel like you can give Kendrick Lamar a 4-minute beat and just let him go out. You can't do that with Kodak Black. You know what I'm saying? Just be real. You be real. You can't do that with Kodak Black, I feel like. And like, hold on. I'll take it a step further. I feel like Kodak can do that, but I feel like he would probably do that with a song that he didn't already made before. You know what I'm saying? So like a song that he done made in his head, something he ain't, and shout out to that. A song he done made in his head, something he ain't never, you know, but a lot of freestylers do that. Let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I ain't never even seen Kodak Black freestyle. That's a skill. That's a skill that a lot of rappers don't have, okay? So, you not finna tell me. I said me. I don't know about her, him, and you see, them. I was talking about she. Like Megan Thee Stallion said. You ain't finna tell me, you know what I'm saying, that somebody that can't even barely freestyle can fuck over Kendrick Lamar. You see, it just is what it is. You're not finna tell me that. Oh no, Miss Pressa Curl, you ain't gonna be able to tell me that. It just is what it is. Cause it's like it's different levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Being all the way real. When it comes to rap, it's levels to rapping. Period. You see? So like, for instance, I don't care. People give Megan Thee Stallion a hard time because her catalog. You know what I'm saying? They want more from her catalog. They like, we know you can rap, sis, but we want you to put some fire music together. But when it comes to rapping, it like, what are we saying? What are we saying? For real. Like, Lotto can't really fuck with Megan Thee Stallion, if I'm keeping it all the way real. Cannot. Cardi B damn show can't fuck with Megan Thee Stallion, if we keeping it real. Cannot. What we talking about? It's just man, it really is. It's levels to this shit. Now Erica Banks, tap in. All motherfucking Banks tap in. It just is what it is. I like Erica. Yes. I hate to say it. I do. Yeah. I hate to say it because I'm a Megan Thee Stallion fan. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I am a Megan Thee Stallion fan. But at the same time, I don't get into people's shit. I told y'all that. So, like, I like them both. Period. I'm going to stand on that. And I damn sure like the way Erica rap. Erica ass can rap. It just is what it is. But, like, it's levels. So, like, yeah, I would pick Kendrick. I would pick Kodak Black's catalog over Kendrick Lamar's, okay? And that's only because, shit, I've been listening to the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I listen to Kendrick Lamar's music, I be like, 4 minutes beat is Kendrick Lane. For real. Now, when I listen to Kendrick's music, I be like, damn, that's his song. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm getting a refresher. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. I be like, God damn, that's his song. I didn't know that. And I'm talking about shit that I be rapping. Yeah, it just is what it is. I'm talking about shit that I actually know. But I just didn't know, like, I just didn't tap into Kendrick like that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, be real. That's why I hate when people be like, don't nobody be like, cut that Kendrick Lamar on. Yeah, I think some people do. Like, is you cool? Like, is you cool? Like, why would you say that? You know what I'm saying? You saying that like he trash. You saying that like his catalog is trash. You saying that like his music is trash. No. Some people just have a, what's the word I'm looking for? Damn, what's the word I'm looking for? Damn. Ugh. I'm gonna come on with it. Hold on. Some people just have a, oh Lord. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Like a region. Okay? It just is what it is. So like for instance. If one of your favorite rappers gets listened to everywhere, all over, shout out to them and shout out to them. Okay? But the truth of the matter is, some people never get up and get themselves out of certain places. Does that make sense? So like for instance, Boosie. Boosie is a good example. He is. Boosie is a damn good example because, no, Boosie might not be a good example. Is he? Y'all let me know. What y'all think? I need y'all help on this one. I was gonna say Boosie is a good example because to me, Boosie is a down south rapper. It just is what it is. The South clearing it. You know what I'm saying? Clearing it. But I don't know if like California people listen to Boosie and New York people listen to Boosie. Like I don't know if he made it like everywhere, if that makes sense. See, like I'm gonna give you an example. 50 Cent. 50 Cent is a damn good example because when 50 Cent came out, he was able to reach people like me in Texas. That's a big deal, okay? That's a big deal. For a New York rapper, you know what I'm saying? To be like people buying and listening to his shit in the South, that's a big deal, okay? Let me just keep it real. That doesn't happen all the time, all right? So for an artist to do that, that is a big ass deal. That is a big ass huge accomplishment. But I do remember 50 Cent saying in one of his songs, he was like, I'm a New Yorker, but I sound Southern. You see, he liked that shit. He wanted to. I take it a step further. Jay-Z. Jay-Z is another one that, like, but I can honestly say I don't feel like Texas was on Jay-Z's music like that. I don't. Not at first. Not the way we was on 50 Cent. It just is what it is. Like, I had to Get Rich or Die Trying CD. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to Jay had to make himself marketable. You see? What he did is he went and got UGK, okay? He attached himself to Beyonce, and that's how, you know, you understand? You know what I'm saying? He started making himself a little bit more marketable. You know? He started moving pieces. You know what I'm saying? Moving himself up out of New York. Coming from up out of that New York shit. That New York sound and shit like that. You know? But like, I hate when people be like, ain't nobody listening to Kendrick Lamar and da-da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da-da. Because that's not necessarily true. The thing is, I feel like some people have been like in the South, for instance. I feel like music that blows up in the South is pushed in the South. It just is what it is. I feel like Kendrick Lamar's market wasn't the South. It is what it is. I feel like it wasn't the South. You know, I feel like Kendrick has been like eating off of LA, if that makes sense. And like, it's lots of people that do that. Like, to me, that's how the game is. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's how the game is. The game got one song for real that we listen to down south. And that's that That's my song. That's the best song the game ever made. You hear me? Shout out to the game and shout out to that. That's his motherfucking bop. Like, I hate to say it, but I don't even think the game can do a versus. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It just is what it is. But I'm not knocking him, and I'm not like, it's not to be shamed at all. Not to be ashamed at all. Cause like a lot of people can't do a verses. Yeah, truth be told. They can't. Oh, that's his bop. That's his fucking bop right there. But it is what it is. Yeah, so I think Kendrick Lamar get a lot of flack because, remind you, sometimes you won't really win unless people want you to. You know what I'm saying? It's either unless people want you to, or it's your time. You see? Because like with Kendrick Lamar, God said not yet. It had to be God and the industry, I would say. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. The industry. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Because yes, Drake was very successful. He was. But if I'm being real though, Drake was successful his ass has been successful with the help of others. Okay? And when I say others, I mean gatekeepers. Like, listen, they been told us that it's people that stand at the motherfucking gate and be like yes and no and maybe so. You see? It just is what it is. And like, y'all remember, I will never forget, because my homegirl, she just wanted to go so bad, and she ended up going, and she ended up telling me how her experience was or whatever. But do y'all remember when they had a Drake versus Lil Wayne concert? Like, they was trying to see, like who really is that boy? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to music, that's crazy. We should have knew something then. You know what I'm saying? We should have knew something then. Like, they was trying to push Drake then. Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine putting Drake above Wayne? Like, as talented as Wayne is, hello? He found Drake. Drake is his artist. Like, that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But we should have knew what time it was then. It just is what it is. They wanted to set Drake apart from other people. It just is what it is. They wanted to make money off of Drake. It just is what it is. Like Broadway. What's it called? Broadway? No, the Broadwalk, Parkway, or Park Place, whatever the fuck ever, on the Monopoly game. They treated him just like that, like a piece of property. They monetized Drake. That's shit. You see? So shout out to that. But like, no. I hate when people be trying to make it seem like Kendrick Lamar ain't talented and he needed Drake and da-da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da-da. No, man, that's not true. I just feel like it wasn't his time and wasn't nobody pushing his music like that. It just is what it is. Because at the end of the day, imagine somebody, like how Drake said, I wasn't hiding from the world. I wasn't hiding him from the world. I was hiding the world from him. I wasn't in whatever. They hid Kendrick. It just is what it is. That man is like, he is a gem. Like a diamond in the rough. They hid that ninja. It is what it is. They hid him and his talents. And if you ask me, when Drake did whatever he did, they was like, oh yeah, he too fucking cocky. He think it ain't nobody out here that can fuck with him like that. You see? And they said, okay, bet. You know what I'm saying? Watch this. Like Usher said, baby, and that was all she wrote. You see, baby, they let Kendrick out of there like a motherfucking bull. You know how the bull be bucking at the rodeo trying to get that ninja off his back? Man, please. And that was all she wrote, you know? So like I said, long story short, I'm going to take Kodak Black's catalog over Kendrick's. But even that's hard to do. You know what I'm saying? Even that's hard to do. Because like, when I go back to, you know what I'm saying, like some of Kendrick's old songs, it's like, damn though, you know? But it is what it is. Kodak Black got a hella fine catalog on him. It just is what it is. Kodak wasn't playing. Shit. Kodak wasn't playing. I don't know who the hell was behind Kodak. Shit. But he wasn't bullshitting. It ain't no. There's a difference, you see? So shout out to that. There's a motherfucking difference, okay? Between Kodak Black and his peers. You know, I feel like his music catalog sets him apart. Like if you line Kodak Black up, and this is true for real tea. If you don't believe nothing else I say, you can believe this right here. If you line Kodak Black up with all of his peers, like everybody that's his, like around the same age as him, and they rap, oh, he fucking over them. You know what I'm saying? He fucking over them. Big time. It just is what it is, you know, because Kodak took care of his business. You know, I don't know what everybody else was doing in the studio. Okay? And it shows. But not Kodak Black. Shit, Kodak Black wasn't playing. You know what I'm saying? He got up in there and just like a doctor, his ass delivered. Okay? So shout out to him. And shout out to that. Like, this is the thing. This is what I be telling y'all. I be saying, like, a lot of artists, man, that shit is all in the past. You know? And, like, that's how I feel about Kodak, too. You know, it's sad because he's still so young. And then, too, I also be feeling like they didn't do everything that they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm starting to wonder, is all Kodak's best music behind him? You know what I'm saying? Like I say about Lil Wayne, and like there's several others. You know what I'm saying? Now that's not saying he ain't got nothing left in the tank. But that's just saying, like, damn, where the next bop at? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, Super Gremlin, was that the last one? Walk, 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 spin, 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 spin. Let me see how to walk. Let me see how to do. Hey, that's my sound. All that shit. Yeah, all that shit. Kodak ain't gotta make now another song, and I feel like he gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying? If he want to quit music right now, to me he could, and start working on some other shit. Cause like that's how freaking good his catalog is. Like that motherfucker is straight. Like straight. You know? So shout out to him and shout out to that. You know, and then, I don't know, with Kendrick, I just feel like Kendrick is okay, too. You know, I feel like he got a damn good catalog, too. You know, he do. I just feel like, you know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I'm talking about on a skill level, though, I don't think Kodak Black can, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, literally, in order for you to feel like Kodak Black's skills is fucking with Kendrick Lamar, you would really, literally have to believe that they could be sitting, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is Kendrick Lamar and that's Kodak, and, like, they rapping, going back and forth. Kodak can't fuck with Kendrick Lamar like that. Let's be real. Absolutely the hell not, okay? It just is what it is. So I like, yeah, okay, the catalog. The catalog is fire. But if we being all the way real, like, no. You know what I'm saying? Kodak Black could put a bop together. But Kendrick Lamar can too. You know? And Kendrick Lamar can. I don't know. I just feel like Kendrick Lamar can put a song together in front of our eyes. You know what I'm saying? But Kodak Black probably can too, though. I got to give it to him. He probably can too. Because I feel like he right enough. And, you know, but it's just a difference. Like, I never seen Kodak freestyle. And I might have to, you know, it is what it is. But I'm from the South, okay? I'm from Texas. Freestyling is big where I come from. It just is what it is. It's like it's another skill. You know what I'm saying? See, like in Philly, and I don't know where else. I guess New York. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That battle rapping shit be hot. You know what I'm saying? No. In Texas, it's just freestyle. You know? Like, our battle rap is a freestyle. Because ultimately, like, if it's three people in the room rapping, right? Now, remind you, I come from a time where Texas artists will literally freestyle and put it on a track. You know what I'm saying? So we would literally be rapping the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't memorize the damn freestyle. But it was a freestyle, though. You know what I'm saying? Not this shit they do today. See, this shit they do today is different. Today, they'll be like, I turn and I tang. I swing and swung. Yeah, stop that. And then, swing and swung. Fucked over, cause bitch I won. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna put that in there. You know what I'm saying? No, that's not freestyling. Freestyling is when you just say whatever's on your mind and just let it all out. You know what I'm saying? For however long, over a beat. That's a freestyle. You know what I'm saying? And it's rapping. And so, like, where we come from, no matter how many people is in the room, it could be 10, 15, 20. They all want to touch the mic. Everybody want to touch the mic. You know what I'm saying? And they all gonna freestyle. Some better than others. You know, you catch my drift. Like, some is just better than others. It is what it is. Like, if you wasn't that good, you probably didn't have a mic that long. You know what I'm saying? But, like, yeah. So, like, in Texas, our freestyle is like battle rap. You know what I'm saying? What other states consider battle rap. And like I was saying, this is why. Because, like, let's say you freestyling. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know, y'all going. Y'all freestyling. And it's 3 people, right? Out of all of them, once, like, when the music come out, because remind you, like I said, they'll put it on a track, you know, like Great Tapes. Y'all, I'm from, you know what I'm saying, I'm from a screwed up click era, you know. Just, shout out to SUC. Like, that's what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, they will literally make tapes with freestyles, like, literally, you know what I'm saying? Whatever beat is hot. Like, right now, you got that Jaherbo beat, that, you with my bitch. You like that song right there? Anything that's hot, they'll get on it and they'll freestyle over it, right? And so, like, everybody gonna be like, what's the call that went the hardest? You know what I'm saying? Such and such got wrecked. That's what we would say, you know? Man, such and such couldn't fuck with such and such on that song. You know what I'm saying? Or like, man, I don't know. Da-da-da-da-da held his own. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it was battling, but it was like, it wasn't spoken. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't a spoken battle. It was just like showcasing your skills. And at the end of the day, you lay it all on the table and let the fans decide who went the hardest. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a battle, but it was just different. And they definitely wasn't, like, talking about each other. You know what I'm saying? See, that's the difference with battle rappers. You know, battle rappers be talking about what they gonna do to each other, how one dirty, how one ain't got no money, how one put it on for the city, how one making money. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, in Texas, you know what I'm saying, our freestyle is a, you know, a different type of battling. But it is what it is. You know, I come from a freestyle, like, era, you know? And so that's why Megan Thee Stallion be doing that shit. It just is what it is. That's why Megan, you know, like, when Megan doing an interview and they want her to freestyle, she be like, what's up? What's happening? You ain't saying shit. It's Thursday type shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause, like, yeah, you know, just in Houston, like, that's the, like, it's just another skill. That don't mean everybody can do it. Because truth be told, I don't think Sauce can freestyle that good. I think he can do it though. I didn't saw him do it. But Sauce he from a different era. Remind you, he not really from he not from SUC. He not from the Screwed Up Clique. He not from Slim Thug them time. He from a different era. So that's why he love to talk about how he put Houston back on the map and he this and he that. And, you know, he can cap a little bit because it is what it is. He from a different time. But, you know, being from Houston, South know damn well that he got to be able to freestyle. You know, it just is what it is. Which reminds me, I remember when he did, what's that shit called? Something on BET, The Cypher. He held his own. He did. I was proud of him. I was proud of him. The only thing is, though, I don't know if it was off, you know what I'm saying, off the top of his head. I don't know if it was a freestyle. It seemed like more something that he probably had in the holster. You know what I'm saying, already? Because it is what it is. Like, if you ask me, I feel like most freestyles is just something that somebody already made. Does that make sense? Which ain't nothing wrong with it. It is what it is. If you write down a song today and then you go do an interview and you freestyle it, it just is what it is. Like, nobody can tell you whether you freestyling or not. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I said, it's a skill. It's a skill that, like, not everybody has. Everybody can't do that shit, you know? So, like, I don't know. To me, you know, being that, you know what I'm saying, I'm into freestyle and shit like that, I don't know if, you know, I'm not going to say that you're not talented if you can't freestyle, but I don't know if, you know, like, I can't explain it, but I just feel like that's a skill that you need to have. You know, I just, well, let me just say, you don't need to have it. That's a lie too. You don't need to have it. Because as a rapper, to me, all you need to be able to do is make bops. You know, just make bops. You know, just act like Pizza Hut. Shit, deliver. You see? To me, that's all a real rapper has to do for real. But I do feel like if you could freestyle, it sets you apart a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like an extra, it's just like a one-up on the person who can't. I don't care what nobody say. It ain't no different than how everybody be feeling like no way that Cardi B can be the best, you know, or even on the best list of rappers if she not writing her own stuff, you know? Same thing. It ain't no difference. You know? It ain't no difference. I don't care. This ain't, you know, it's like, it's not, I don't know. It's not a talent show. You know? It's not about who can play the part, if you will. You know? Get up there cosplaying and shit. No, that's not what it's about. It's about really showcasing your skills. You know what I'm saying? Shit. It's like being a chef or something, you know? Once you get in that kitchen, like, you gotta know what you're doing. You can't nobody hold your hand through that. Like, you say you're a motherfucking chef, you need to know what you're doing. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm here for it. I'm here for the freestyling and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, you know? But shit. I'm not picking no, you know, I'm just gonna keep it real. It just is what it is. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't care how much I like a person and all of that, because, you know, Kodak Black is my boy. For real. Kodak Black is my boy. You see? Like, for instance, you know, I have a top 5 greatest rapper of all time list. And honestly, if I had to, I would give Kodak Black, that's number 6 slide. Yeah. Shout out to that. I sure would. Like, for instance, if we talking about top 10, he definitely in that. You know, he definitely in that. That's my boy. For real. Hey, y'all. What's happening? Like, that's my boy. For real. Like, you know, it is what it is. Like, nothing can, like, yeah, you know, that's my boy. That boy is very, 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 very talented, okay? When it comes to Kodak Black can run. Like I said, I told y'all already. To me, he runs circles around his peers. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody fucking with him. But I take it a step further. Ain't nobody fucking with Kendrick Lamar either. Shit. Like, I don't know a lot of people that can out rap Kendrick, right? So if we talk about Kendrick, it's better than, I don't know. But I just want to say, like, to me, when I think about Kendrick Lamar, his skills, I mean his skill set, okay? I think of people like Tupac. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know Tupac, ultimately, I think people like Tupac for 3 reasons. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, to me, that's why he got so hot. People like Pac because they thought he was fine than a motherfucker. Let's keep it real. They thought that motherfucker was fine. It's crazy. And then the crazy thing about that is Pac was bald-headed. So shout out to that. Shout out to the baldies. You know what I'm saying? People be on bald-headed men head. Like, they act like it's like, no. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. You know, Pac was bald. That's crazy. He was bald, okay? But, like, man, bitches love Pac. It just is what it is. Bitches love some Tupac. So he had that, right? I said they fucked with him for 2 reasons. Okay, so he had that. Then Pac was very confident, extremely confident. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Like, he carried himself, you know, with a lot of confidence. Which I know I was just telling y'all just recently that, like, some men, I was talking about I was talking about Stefan Diggs. You know what I'm saying? Stefan Diggs carries himself like, bitch, I'm fine. Yeah. He do. Lord, he do. You know what I'm saying? And then some men just be themselves, you know, and let the world think it. You ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Ain't gotta do too much. They just be themselves. They just are. You know, they just are. And then, like I said, then you have some of them who can be overly confident or really kind of, you know, a little insecure. You know what I'm saying? On the cool. Because if you find, just be it. You know what I'm saying? Just be it. Fine people ain't got to do too much. You know, just be it. For real. Yeah. And so, I mean, cause have you ever saw somebody that is just so drop dead gorgeous, but like they are just like so down to earth? You know, like it's almost like they don't even know that they look so nice. You know what I'm saying? You have those type of people. And then you have people who have this attitude like, ugh, I can't explain it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't know. If I had to guess, I would say it's like a snobbish. You know what I'm saying? That's what it be. It be like snobbish. You know, like, ugh. Man, you is not. And for real, when you snobbish too, it will make people start picking you apart. Truth be told, you know what I'm saying? People will start, man, you is not all that. You know what I'm saying? Your ass ain't all that. You know, so like it just, I don't know. It's a difference. It's a difference in people. So like that's how Pac was though. You know what I'm saying? Pac carried himself like he was ugly almost. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like he wasn't aware, you know, that people was into him. You know what I'm saying? Like women was really, really into him. You know what I'm saying? So he was confident. I said it was 3 things that people liked about Pac. It was the way he looked, it was the way he carried himself, and the third thing was the shit he was talking about in his music. It just is what it is. Shout out to him and shout out to that. Tupac had substance. You know what I'm saying? He was rapping about shit that mattered. He made people feel like they mattered. You know? You know what I'm saying? He was a great storyteller too, you know. But the music had substance, you know. It was hitting. Shit, man, man. Y'all, Tupac used to go off. We will never, ever. I don't know. I can't say that, but it just seems like we will never experience that type of shit again. You know? Hold on. Let me get my charger. Pac, man, Pac used to do his thing when he rapped. He'll be talking about something. Same thing with Kendrick Lamar, if you ask me. It just is what it is. Same thing with Kendrick Lamar. You know, when I think about it, when I really, really think about it, I feel like him and Tupac are similar to me in a way where, like, they're almost like conscious rappers. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like they rap to bring, excuse me. So it's almost like they rap to bring awareness, you know what I'm saying, to their community. They rap like they give a fuck about their community. You know what I'm saying? They rap like they rather see a change, not just for themselves, for everybody. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, that's the difference between Pac, Kendrick Lamar, and their peers, you know? Because they can literally, like, you know, rap about real life shit and make it sound good, you know? And so, like, yeah, because remind you, you got a lot of conscious rappers that can't do that. You got a lot of them, you know? Like, shit. Ugh. God damn. I'm trying to do this. Ugh. Okay. Like, Mos Def. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like Mos Def, or, you know, Common, you know what I'm saying? People like that, like, go, 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 go. Hey, I like that song, Common. Shout out to Common and shout out to that. But I just feel like, you know, a lot of conscious rappers, I would say, like, I think Corday is one too. Is his name Corday? Corday or Cordell? I think his name is Corday. But don't quote me. But I think his name is Corday though. I think Corday is into battle rapping. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of them, you know, but they just don't get as big, you know. And the truth of the matter is, like, I don't know. I honestly, I just feel like you have to be very talented, okay, to rap about everyday life, you know, like real situations. And make it sound good. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it sound good and actually make a bop out of it. You know? You know who else used to be good at doing stuff like that too, though? DMX. DMX was good at that too. His music has substance, you know? And yeah, this is how I feel about Kendrick Lamar. Like, Kendrick is overly talented. And the truth of the matter is, sometimes when people are so talented, it just be years and years and years and years before you ever, you know, run into that again. And sometimes you never do, which is why I feel like the music industry likes to be like, you know what, you remind me of such and such, you know, I'm going to need you to channel your inner such and such, or, you know, you remind me of such and such, you know, and such did this, you know, and I think this will work for you too. They do that to artists all the time. I was listening to a Janet Jackson song the other day and I was blown away. I was. It was that when she said, like a moth in a flame burned by the fire. Hey, my love is blind, can't you see my desire? That's the way. Dum 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 dum. Hey! Let me tell you something. That was a time. Damn it, you just had to be there. Y'all know I'm an 80s baby, and you just had to be there. So shout out to that. Let me tell you something. Janet Jackson was so motherfucking talented. You know what I'm saying? From her skill making music. You know what I'm saying? The girl could make the fuck out of a song. A bop. She deliver bops. Janet could deliver a bop. Janet couldn't deliver sexiness. Like, what? Oh yes, Miss Preston Curl. Like, Janet would turn the sexiness the fuck up. Do you hear me? Yeah. That, like, Janet Jackson. Man, that girl, she had her time. You know what I'm saying? Janet could dance her ass off too. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, listen, she was right behind her big brother. I tell you that. Hold on. Is Michael older? Is Janet older? I think Janet might be older than Michael. I don't know. You see? But I just feel like, listen, when it comes to the Jacksons, the extremely talented family, listen, you can't bring up Mike without mentioning that sister, baby. That sister had a damn good career herself, okay? So shout out to Janet and shout out to that. But I said all that to say, right? I don't know if there will ever be another. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if there will ever be another. I can honestly say, when you think about Beyonce, you kind of think about Janet Jackson a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just because Beyonce has reached that level. Does that make sense? Janet was a big ass star in her day. Beyonce is there. She there. But like, no, ma'am, Miss Preston Curl. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? We have never seen somebody do everything that Janet then did, like I just said. You know what I'm saying? The music, the sex appeal, and the performance. Over. You know what I'm saying? Over. Cause like with Beyonce, I feel like she different from Janet because, like I said, Janet was like overly like sexy with her shit, you know? Like love and love making. You know what I'm saying? When you hear Janet music like that, oh yeah, Miss Pressica, they wanted you to be ready to make a baby. You see? When it comes to Beyonce, her music is different. That's different. Yes, B gives sexy, you know, B gives turn up. But Beyonce also gives a different lane, if that makes sense, right? Like, you know, they used to like to compare Beyonce to Tina Turner. You know, and I don't know how good of a comparison that is, you know. But what I will say is, she went a different route. She definitely went a different route from Janet. Like we ain't never like now. Uh, uh, uh. Now let me say this though. Teyana Taylor. That's who seemingly want to slide up in there and get that Janet Jackson feel. It just is what it is. To me, that's what Teyana Taylor does. But the difference between Teyana Taylor and Janet Jackson is, because Teyana has the sex appeal. She do. She got the sex appeal. Period. She got the sexiness. But Teyana, she just, her catalog ain't like Janet's at all. She just, no. You know? So, in other words, I said all that to say that, like, some of these people, they be so skilled and so talented that, like, man, you can literally just say there will never be another. Never. You know? Like, some people can come close, but there will never, ever, ever be another, you know, and that's the truth. That be the hardcore truth sometimes, you know. So it is what it is, but like, yeah, I was listening to Janet the other day, and like, man, Janet was that girl back in her day. It just is what it is. Janet was that girl. But yeah, back to what I was saying about Tupac though. Tupac was that boy too, you know. It just is what it is because Pac had, I want to say Pac had, he was a man of different skills, you know. He was. And I'll take it a step further. Remember how I was saying that like conscious rappers, they don't really get that big like that? Because one, I don't think they want them to. That's one. And then two, I also think that like sometimes you have to be really talented, okay, to make a sad song a bop, okay? With that being said, shout out to Sauce Walka because I do feel like ghetto gospel is a bop. You know, it's a bop. I feel like he turned those adversities that people, and the challenges that people go through daily on a daily into a bop, okay? Which is hard to do. Most of the time it is. It's hard to do. Especially for like conscious rappers. So like when it comes to Pac, I think Tupac was a conscious rapper at first, but then he got out of that. You know, he got out of that bag, right? But I feel like it was still in him, if that makes sense. So even though he got out of that bag, he didn't necessarily get away from it. You know, cause see, one thing about Pac, he wasn't rapping about no bullshit still. You know? Like I can't even remember Pac. Like I can't even remember. I don't even remember Pac rapping about like no selling, no like hustling, you know, and selling shit to the community and stuff like that. Like I don't think he ever rapped about that type of stuff, you know. So even though he got away from it, I still feel like it was still in him, because when he started rapping, he never rapped about nothing trash, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's where him and Kendrick Lamar, you know, are similar at. It's a whole lot of substance in their music. It's gonna always be a message behind their music, you know. And to me, they not feeding the community poison. You know what I'm saying? Like poisoning our young men and stuff like that. You know, it is what it is. And I take it a step further though, cause I got to, and y'all know that's what I do here. Shout out to Drake. Shout out to Drake, because Drake is another one. You know what I'm saying? Who I'm not gonna say there's a lot of substance in his music, but I like Drake's approach to music, if that makes sense. I don't feel like he be putting a lot of trash into our community. You know what I'm saying? Like tainting our young folks' minds and stuff like that. You know, for the most part. You know, Drake just wanna, you know, you know, like Kendrick Lamar said, you know, well, basically, he just want to me, be kind of rapping about tricking. Yeah, you see. Uh, so yeah, you know, but at least he ain't talking about making these young boys want to go do shit that they shouldn't be doing. You know, committing crimes and going to prison. You know what I'm saying? Drake don't make YN music. You know, it just is what it is. So shout out to him and shout out to that, because we living in a time where I feel like that's hard to do. It is what it is. It's hard to do. Same thing, it's like what I was saying, being a conscious rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like being conscious about what you're rapping about. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Like one thing I love about Drake, what I love about Drake is you don't have to turn Drake off when your kids are around. You know what I'm saying? You know, because some of these rap girls, I'll be like, damn, Miss Preston girl, I got to listen to you when I'm by myself. You see, it just is what it is. Cause like, yeah, you know, music gets so crazy. Shit, a lot of this stuff these kids can't listen to. Hell, I know one day, you see, cause I told you, that's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say something. Yeah, like Drake said. I'm gonna need you to say something, baby. I know one time the radio had said something like out of line, and I was like, I ought to sue them motherfuckers. For real. Real story, true story. Shit. Early in the morning, taking my kids to school. Don't you know, do you not know that these kids listening? I still might file it. Yeah, so shout out to that. I still might file that lawsuit. Shit, because it ain't even been a year, I don't think. Easy. I don't think. It's probably right now coming up on it. But like, the truth of the matter is, man, people be tripping. Shit, they do. Like the radio station, they should know better. It is what it is. Like, they should know better. I don't care how grown you are, right? I don't care how grown of the platform, okay? You know, like, it should be regulated. You know what I'm saying? You have to have, because remind you, a lot of these buses be having the radio going. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about school buses. So like, you have a responsibility. Shit. Now it's a difference if you riding around, you know what I'm saying, with your babies at midnight. Now shit, if they riding around with you at midnight and they hear some bullshit on the radio, it just is what it is, you know? But like early in the morning, Like, no, they ass need to be in trouble. It just is what it is. So like, yeah, I'm like that. It just is what it is. Yeah, shout out to that. I like, I like making things better for people. And it is what it is. And if I can hit you in the pockets, yeah, I sure will. I sure the fuck will. It just is what it is. It's gonna be over. Like, Lord, I'm telling you now, okay? When I learn how to, baby, everybody better stand clear. It just is what it is. And it has nothing, it's not personal. Right? It's just business. Yeah. So shout out to that. It's about improvement, you know? And it's about principle. Shit. It's rarely about the money for real. You know? Shit. Cause life goes on. I'll be fine. Listen. Okay. Super fine. Bills paid, doing fine. You see, that was that's what the fuck going on. You see, that's what was going on before, So it ain't about that. It's usually about principle for me. And then, like I said, like, I like to improve things that's gonna be an improvement for everybody. You see? So like, if my kids ain't gotta hear no bullshit on the radio early in the morning that they shouldn't hear, then guess who else kids ain't gonna have to? Yours. So shout out to that, But yes, y'all. Baby, I done been on here way longer than I thought I would. So shout out to that. I even played a little trivia. We played a little trivia. Didn't none of y'all join in, but that's okay. You see? That's okay. Because next time we play it, I'm probably going to still have these same questions. So shout out to that. Or I might come with something new too. So yeah, that's going to be fun. But anyway, what's this? I need a girl to ride. Diddy was tripping in this song, dog. Somebody said, in this song, he said, something about, you're like my brother. And you was more than a girl to me. He said something about like his brother or something. Hell no, Diddy. Your girl ain't supposed to be nothing like your fucking brother. It's crazy seeing Diddy in his younger years, though. In this video, I need a girl to ride. He looks so young. Young and skinny. He looked just like his son. That other one. That little boy. The one that looked just like him. But anyway, y'all, I had so much fun with y'all. I always do, though. That's what it is. He said, I like when he said, damn, I wish you would have had my child. A pretty little girl with a Diddy smile. I love when he said that. Shout out to Diddy, Mike. Shout out to Diddy, Mike. Child, listen. I said, Julia, you know I never make a fool of ya. It's 12 o'clock. God damn, where did the time go? I said the time got up and got itself up out of here, didn't it? They say, y'all know that old saying, time flies when you having fun for real. Child done had fun for real with y'all. It just is what it is. So shout out to us and shout out to that. And especially shout out to everybody who came through today. I said it's going to be today for me. It's just going to be today for me. I just want you to be my baby. Now I see why Diddy wanted to be sentenced so fast though, because it's taking a long time. He don't get sentenced until like in October still. The first week of October. I said, ooh, ah, ooh, 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 ah. In my life. Look at Mr. Bentley. Golly. I said, golly, who is that? Diddy had so many people in this video. Genuine. That I don't wanna know. Ninja. I forgot where he went to. Where the fuck did he go? Keep it on the low. And Diddy, like he literally, like this music video is a party. You know what I'm saying? Like that man loves a party. Like Cat Williams say, you got to tell his ass nah. I wonder, I can't help but wonder, you know, if he didn't outgrew any of that. I hope so. Lord, I hope so. Cause like yesterday, I was like listening to the news, you know what I'm saying, what was going on and everything that was trending. It was like, Lord, some people just don't want to grow up, I see, you know? Some people like literally just don't want to grow up. And I take it a step further. I think it's even more hard for successful, wealthy people to grow up because it's like, dang, you know what I'm saying? So can you imagine like not having to clean, not having to do your dishes? Like that is, it sounds good, right? It sounds extremely good. So somebody that, you know, wouldn't mind the break, but it also sounds like, you know, I don't know, like it just could be, you know, not so great for people either, you know. Shoot, people need responsibility. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's almost like allowing your teenager to not do nothing. No. To me, kids need chores early so they won't struggle with, you know, things that they don't want to do when they get grown. I mean, it just is what it is. Because, like, that's one thing about being an adult. Kids be sitting back and can't wait till they grown because they only see whatever they see that grown-ups do that they feel like, oh, I can't wait to do that. You know what I'm saying? But they don't see all the hard shit, right, that people don't want to do. For real. They don't, you know, like they don't, shit, they oblivious. They oblivious to that part. Shit. You know, so like, you know, I don't know. You know, I honestly could see how it could be a bad thing and a good thing. Shit, I take it a step further. I think people need balance. You know, yeah. I think it's good for anybody. I don't care who they are. I think it's good for people to have balance. You know what I'm saying? Like Diddy, for instance. I know Diddy made a video where he was cooking, but like, no. Diddy, to me, this is just me, you know what I'm saying, just my honest opinion. I think he just needs more regular stuff to do, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I think he too caught up in his celebrity, which allows him to not be in touch, you know what I'm saying, with like real world shit, you know? Like how you got Deion Sanders, for instance. Deion Sanders is a celebrity, right? But to me, he don't necessarily live like one. He don't carry himself like one. Like you know, like how he be at, how he like to be at home fishing and shit. You know, Deion Sanders strikes me as somebody who might throw some steaks on the pit. You know, but Diddy no, Diddy don't come off like that. Diddy come off like if he won't barbecue, he'll call over somebody to make him some barbecue. You know what I'm saying? But like, no, he needs balance. You know what I'm saying? He to get in that goddamn car one day and drive his children to school. You know? Fuck letting other people do it for you. Like, touch grass. You know what I'm saying? So you won't be so out of touch. With real life and stuff like that. You know, had he had real life shit going on. And way, way, way less time to party. You see? Ultimately, he had too much fucking time to party. Yeah. It's crazy, you know? You ask me, it cost him a lot. It cost him a lot. His career, his reputation, you know, and now his freedom. That's a lot. That's a lot to have to give up. And I said, I know I talked about that before. You know, I talked about that before. It's not like I'm trying to push some type of lifestyle on Diddy, but like, I don't know. Like, I think ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's almost like a doughboy, right? A man who hustles, right? It's almost like a man who hustles making fun of a square. But why would you do that? You know, like, why would you make fun of a square? You know what I'm saying? You know? Because I feel like you can learn a lot from a square. You know? It just is what it is. You can learn a lot from a square. You know? Shit. You know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, ain't nothing wrong with it. You see, like, some people be like, at least being a square, you're not in trouble. So, you know what I'm saying? He's a square. He be out the way. You know, his life probably isn't as fun as yours. It could be, though, behind closed doors. You don't know, because you don't ever see him. He private. You know? This is what it is. He not chasing no limelight. He not chasing no cameras. He don't care what people think. You know what I'm saying? He out the way. Out of trouble. Loyal. Shit. He has some type of loyalty in him. And I take it a step further. Discipline. People need discipline. You can't just do what you want to do how you want to do it. You see? So, yeah, it's not like I be trying to push some type of lifestyle off on Diddy. But at the same time, I do think that Diddy and a lot of people like him, right? They be avoiding the norm. Because for whatever reason. But it's like, what if the norm will have you at home right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, just marrying somebody and living a normal life with her. You wouldn't be in jail. Shit. You wouldn't be in the slammer right now. Home skillet. I don't know what else to tell you. You know, so like, you don't have to agree with me. Maybe my way might not be the best way for you. Because I get that. You know what I'm saying? I get that. I feel like some people aren't going to be good in relationships. You know, I think the Bible talk about that too. I think it tell you to just stay to yourself, stay celibate or whatever. But no, at the end of the day, they got in. And I think Diddy he be avoiding the norm. So like I said, maybe the normal life ain't for you, but clearly what you doing ain't for you either. So you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You might not have to choose what I said, but you gotta stop choosing what you're doing too. You gotta meet yourself in the middle somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you gotta be real with yourself, you know, about some things. It just is what it is. And I don't know a lot of people that like except addicts. Except for addicts. I don't know a lot of people that like addicts and people that might have some mental things going on, but I don't know a lot of people that like gonna keep going to jail for the same thing. Most people learn their lesson. You know? So yeah. It is what it is. But anyway, Poop Stars, it's your girl Shay Renee. I had so much fun with y'all. I always do. Okay, so shout out to that. That's the move. Oh yes, baby, like a U-Haul. That's the move. Give me a minute, baby. I'm like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll be back. Okay, so shout out to that. I'll see y'all in a minute. My head's starting to hurt. I'll be back.